Alright. It's time to begin the investigation of Tenko's murder. Time is of the essence.
I said things that made Tenko look suspicious. And now this. Sorry, Tenko.
Stop it.
Cry later.
What?
Huh?
Because.
Crying won't bring Tenko back. And if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Yes. And if you truly feel sorry for Tenko, then the best thing you can do now is to try and figure out her killer. For her sake.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit. For Tenko and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tenko would want us to figure it out. Tenko would want us to figure it out, so she'd have no regrets. That would be the best way to apologize.
Indeed. Maki?
Well...
Do these floorboards seem a little unstable to you? They are tough to walk on.
The floorboards aren't nailed down. They're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they are a little unstable.
They've only been laid on top. That's why they are unstable.
Well, the boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can't imagine they'd come loose easily. Yeah. However, given the fact that they aren't nailed down, they would be much easier to use. You can remove them much easier.
Is this...
But if someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
Yes, I suppose.
Why?
First Hanji, and then Tenko.
How can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Why Gonta no could protect friends?
Leave it to me.
Leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Alright, well, you do that, Kibo.
That cannot be.
Why? Why did this?
I knew it.
Kill. I know the murder was pretty shocking.
But of course.
Of course. I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all the steps flawlessly. He seems more concerned about that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we perform the caged child again, and summon Tenko's spirit this time.
Oh, shut it. We are no longer gonna do that sort of crap again. Just tell me, what do you think that noise was that happened during the seance? What do you think?
This is stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see, yes.
True. It may be best to move past what happened. To know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever. Just hurry up. At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle, so her head touched the marker stone. Then, Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. And after that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed the wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles.
Yes.
Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but...
Ah, I didn't mention it. I remember hearing a strange sound during the song.
It is a mystery to me as well. I thought someone might have tripped, perhaps.
That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows something. It surely felt loud. And it definitely must have come from the cage, the dog statue, or the floorboard.
What do you mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it, then it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
No.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes? Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that is a problem. It would be difficult in the darkness, but not impossible, Kyo. Darkness is a murderer's friend, as they say.
I see, yes.
There is another problem,
How?
and that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner? Did someone else sneak in here?
Kyo, you are intentionally dismissing the idea that your seance failed because Tenko died during it. You are intentionally dismissing that idea, it seems.
What's the point?
Obviously, since this seance was clearly a sham. Maki never was one to pull her punches.
Yeah? She never pulls her punches, it seems. Alrighty then. Mew?
This investigation is
Okay.
This investigation is over and shut. And it's all thanks to me for giving Kibo his new function.
Yeah. I do have to thank you for giving Kibo that function. It surely helps us.
Now then, Kung Fu's killer is obviously...
Kung Fu. Well, okay, Mew. Enlighten us on who you think the killer is.
One of you stupid assholes who signed up to do this bullshit seance in the first place.
No.
No. Not necessarily.
Huh? Seriously? This seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
It's true that it may look like a setup to lure her in and kill her. In fact, that is one of the possibilities that I'm thinking of now. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the one who killed her had to be inside the room. It can be done from the outside too. You clearly need evidence to back it up though.
Could it be...
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility. Shit for brains. God, you don't even know that?
It is true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. I mean, hell, she talked to us.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over.
And those were her last words. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. But when the candles were relit, she had already been killed. That means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? One could say it was at the time we heard that noise during the seance. That may be an important point of this case. Alrighty then.
Oh, man.
Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
Alright. Let's check Tenko's body. Rest in peace, Tenko. I know that some people hated you. And you are considered unimportant in comparison to the other students, but not me. In my eyes, you are a nice person. I just wish you would have lasted for the entirety of the killing game. For Himiko. For my sake and for Himiko. Alright. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. Indeed. Which is a complete mystery as of now. I mean, what was that stabbed her in the neck? She was crouching like a turtle, meaning it had to be something that was above her. Unless she changed positions during the seance. But given how small the cage was, it seems unlikely. This wound was fatal. This must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Yeah. It definitely feels instant. Wait.
Understood. I'll not say a word until the seance is over.
Would Tenko really keep her mouth shut, despite the pain? I doubt that. She would have said something if something hit her. I mean, okay. Maybe it wasn't instant, who knows? We have to check this thoroughly, but if we were to think of that possibility, even with that, she probably wouldn't have lasted for long, to be quite honest.
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she bled out. Yeah, that's also what I'm thinking.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You were concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die. You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course. Quick deaths are my specialty. Well, then that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
You're right. I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue. Well, let's check this stone over here. I mean, I doubt that it's the rock. I mean, it was a stab, not a hit. Plus, we're still talking about the we're still talking about changing positions over here. The stone was on her forehead, and she was crouching like a turtle. So if we were to think of something that killed her, it must have come from somewhere above. That, and there's also like no blood on the stone like whatsoever. There's a rock next to Tenko's body. This must be...
Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I placed here. It's just the stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it will work? Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this?
Tenko had her forehead on this rock, hunched over. She had to make her so small to fit inside the cage. What about the crooked floorboard? Ah, this floorboard is loose. And is the one right under Tenko. Yep.
why?
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember correctly,
It wasn't like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Why?
Why would it come loose during the seance? It can only mean one thing. It has something to do with the murder.
but
A floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Then someone must have loosened it on purpose. Actually, hold on a second. Can we actually check and see if there's something down there, like under the floorboard? There could also be some clues like there too. You never know. I mean, that's definitely something that I would check. Full of bloods. Okay, well, what about a cage? It has blood on it. This is the cage used in Seance.
Is this...
It looks to be around 3 feet high and 5 feet wide. 3 feet high, 3 feet wide. 3 feet wide.
It's a pretty large iron cage. That's what I'm trying to say.
okay.
Big enough for a person to fit inside. During the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tenko with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. It was Himiko who rushed in and removed the cage first.
Hey,
Hey, look at this.
is this...
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tenko's blood, yeah?
Yep. This is blood spatter. This proves without a shadow of a doubt that she died in the same position. She never changed it.
That's true.
Yeah, I imagine so. This spatter must have been made when she was killed.
What do you mean?
Which means Tenko was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tenko went under the cage before the seance. But when the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Then...
If she was stabbed right when the cage was lifted, that would explain this bloodstain, right?
Eh?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. Nah. Hold on, that can't be it. I mean, I saw blood even before the cage was lifted. Not to mention that she was clearly visible when it was lifted. That is a possibility. Or... can it be? Nah, that can't be it. We saw her. We saw her blood. Reason why Himiko ran over and lifted a cage. Alright, well... anything else? There's this. The hole in the corner. There's a small opening in the corner of the room. It doesn't look big enough for a person to get through. But still. Alright, let's see. Did somebody throw something inside here?
Is this...
A hole. Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something below. It looks like something dropped down there.
Ah, I told you. I was thinking of also checking under the floorboards to see if we can find a clue. And apparently I'm right. What? Something dropped down there?
Got a minute?
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it. Alright, well, anything else? I don't think that we can check like anything else around here. If it has something to do with an evidence that we would find, like up, if there was something up there, I doubt that there was something up there. I mean, we still had the dog statue in the cage. Like maybe we should move Tenko's body a little bit, see if there's something under it. I mean, we found the duct tape, like near Angie's body. Maybe there's something here too. Tenko's dead body. She took her last breath crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is the stab wound to her neck. This wound was fatal. Maki says that she might not have died instantly. I'm positive she wouldn't have had long, but perhaps a few seconds to move around. Thank you for being here, Maki. You are a huge help. And the biggest unanswered question is the murder weapon. Where that weapon went will be the key to solving this case. Yeah. Maki has been a tremendous help in this case. We do have to thank her quite a lot. Like, a lot. I really have to thank her for this. Actually, hold on, let me just drink some more water over here while I'm thinking about this. Alright. Well, I doubt that there's anything else that we can check, so might as well just leave. Question is, how are we gonna be able to get inside, like, under the floorboards? That's the question. Like, maybe just try to get rid of this floorboard over here and just go inside. Ah, the magic circle, yeah. We also have a lot more stuff to investigate around here, like the magic circle, the sheath, the dog statue. Is the magic circle killed Drew on the floor? Well, at least it was.
Oh dear.
It's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous? I have performed many successful seances. Why, I even had spirits enter my body.
I'm right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions.
Damn, Maki. Maki really doesn't beat around the bush. It's kind of refreshing, actually. One could say that she's actually mad at Kyo for this stupid seance, because it ended up in someone else's murder.
But
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle. Using salt, and not something along the lines of chalk. Kyo definitely could have used chalk, however he used salt. There is definitely something there when it comes to this.
So what?
We'll find out in Kyo's lab. It should be written in the Cage Dog Village document.
Hey,
Isn't that right, Kyo?
He seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. Depressed, eh? Okay. Let's check the dog statue right over here. Is the wooden dog statue used in the Seance? I believe it's called the Dog God. During the Seance, this wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it.
This wooden statue is pretty heavy.
if I remember correctly,
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds. That's about the weight of 2 girls. 2 girls?
what?
What do you know about girls? Have you even touched a woman besides... Have you even touched a woman besides your mother?
Okay, hey! What is with you all of a sudden? I mean, did we touch a nerve there? What?
I'm kidding.
I'm kidding. Anyway,
Is this...
if this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
True.
okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. I mean, in order to move this, you would need like 4 people or so. You cannot do it alone. That didn't sound like you were kidding either. Well, it will surely take a while to get used to Maki's jokes. That's for sure. Unless we're talking about sarcasm as well. She is using that as well. Actually, hold on a second. What is this? Is this a message? Nah, this isn't blood though. I mean, this is actual blood, like red blood. What the fuck is it doing here in Danganronpa? Who wrote this? Maybe the world of Danganronpa is connected to the world of Corpse Party. Maybe. But anyway. White cloth. Is the white sheet we used for the seance. This was placed on top of the cage. Kyo was the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick.
Well, let's see. Does it have holes in it? Actually, thinking about it a little more, we checked the dog statue, but does that also have like any holes in it too? I mean, you haven't said like anything about that. If there's anything suspicious about the statue. I mean, if the dog statue doesn't even have like any holes in it, then
It's similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque. And on the back... Look, there's a bloodstain on it. Right around the middle of the sheath.
Yeah, it fits with the cage bloodstain.
but no hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through this cloth. Huh. Oh, this is interesting. No holes.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth. Stabbed while underneath the cloth. A single person cannot lift up the dog statue either. Meaning, whatever it was that killed Tenko definitely must have been, like, under the cloth. And given the positioning of Tenko's body and the blood spatter, the murder weapon definitely must have been, like, under the cage somehow, like, above her neck. Otherwise, I cannot really think of a possibility. I mean, thinking about the changing of the positions, let's say that she just turned with the back on the floorboard and something killed her from under the floorboards. That wouldn't explain the blood that was on the top of the cage and the cloth, so I doubt that Tenko changed her position like at all. Nor is it possible to move the dog statue, otherwise the killer could have just went in the dark, moved the dog statue, removed the cloth, and then stabbed Tenko through the cage, given the fact that it has holes, and then put all that back. But I seriously doubt that. The dog statue was way too heavy. I mean, of course, you can maneuver yourself through the dark all the way to the center where the dog statue is. I doubt that there's like any problem in terms of moving yourself in the dark, given the fact that you already know your positioning and all that, but still.
Hey!
Maki, we finished investigating up here. Perhaps we should check under the floor?
By the way,
It seems pretty dark down there. What should you use for light? Well, we could use a candle.
That's true.
What a glowing stick. A green glowing stick. Let's bring a candle. We keep those light from up there, that should be fine.
okay.
And then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, got it. Got it, yo! I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Maki. Then, we carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Alrighty then, this is a lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
Well,
You'll look pretty stupid if you found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place. Well, as I said before, you have to get your hands dirty during the investigation. And also, you might look stupid as well, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Alrighty then. Let's check the bloodstain over here. This is definitely Tenko's. Blood dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh bloods. This is definitely Tenko's. Alrighty then. What a... Dried blood? There's a bloodstain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. But that's pretty far from where Tenko's blood is dripping down. It's under the same floorboard, just at different ends. Why is there blood here? It's dry.
interesting. This is definitely interesting.
Hey,
Hey, the back of this floorboard has blood on it too.
Huh?
Ah,
You're right. There's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
what do you mean?
Did Tenko's blood spatter when she got killed?
Hmm. Yes. Yes. I can see it now. The pieces of the puzzle are connecting.
that's true.
I wonder. I can't really be sure yet.
Okay,
But these bloodstains here are completely dry. Yep. That is also dry too. There must be some reason these particular stains are dry. I see. What else? What else? Cut crosspiece. Look. Part of the crosspiece that supports the floorboard is cut off. Indeed. I can see it. It was done intentionally.
That's true.
It's near the loose floorboards, and the portion missing is about the same width too.
Yes. The floorboard is loose because of the cut in the crosspiece.
And from what I can see of it,
that's true.
it wasn't broken off. It wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. And the question is, why? Another crosspiece is supporting the floorboard, so it might not fall if this portion is missing.
Then,
So what purpose did this serve?
The floorboard underneath Tenko's body is loose, and the crosspiece supporting it has been cut. If the culprit did all of this, then why? Alright, what else? What else? Is there like so... Oh hey! The bloody sickle! Da 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 da! There's the murder weapon! There's a sickle here, and there's blood all over it.
Okay,
And this blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
is this...
This came from my research lab.
huh?
It did?
Well,
A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality.
Hide it under clothes. Ah, that's it. I can see it. I can see it clearly now. I still need more though. Like, we definitely have to search this place more. This is like a treasure trove of clues here. My God.
Well,
If she was attacked with this, she wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches.
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself.
but
But even if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? The blade could fit through the gaps in the cage, but could it reach her neck? Ah. It could fit through the gaps in the cage! Could it? Wait. Could it reach her neck though?
That's true.
The cage is 3 feet high. The cage is 3 feet high. If you're able to stab into it with a 6-inch blade, well, it would depend on Tenko's posture, but I don't think it's possible.
Then her posture is the question. Okay, There is definitely an inconsistency here. Like, some pieces of the puzzle are connecting, but it contradicts with what I was thinking before. Her posture is indeed a question.
Hey,
Hey, if the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
That's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle on the floor in the dark. Yeah. And given the fact that we all stood in the corners, the culprit can easily throw it in here. Or, it kinda depends. It doesn't necessarily have to be someone who was in the corner in the first place. Someone could have thrown this, like, after we took away the cloth. Or they could have been under the floor the entire time. Either of those is possible. Alright, what else? What else? There's gotta be like something more over here. Whoa! What the fuck? What is this? Some of the wood has corroded and is broken off, so you can see into the next room.
hey,
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. And this part has rotted away. It looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made it intentionally. But I can get into the next room through here. Alright. Well, let's check the next rooms then.
that's true.
There's gotta be something there too. If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? Then the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using the hallway.
No.
True. But it would have been difficult for moving around on the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it would be pitch black. True. Unless the culprit was able to maneuver themselves through the dark using the glowing paint, and... Wait. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
Nope.
Then they could have used a light, like we are doing right now.
Well,
True. They used the light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? I think we finished investigating here.
is that alright?
Maki, you want to head back up? Head back up? What do you mean head back up? I thought that we were gonna check the other empty rooms.
I'm glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust.
Wait, what? Oh, come on, guys! You gotta be kidding me! Like, what if we found more clues in, like, the other rooms? Like, the possibility that the other cross pieces were cut or something. I mean, that's gotta be it! After Maki and I crawled out from under the floor, we put the floorboards back, and returned to our investigation. You gotta be kidding me.
By the way,
We've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
What do you mean?
because
If Angie and Tenko have different killers, then the blackened we need to vote for is
You're right.
The culprit for the first murder. The culprit who killed Angie. Indeed. We have to figure out who is Angie's killer. But we cannot neglect the murder of Tenko either. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So, instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yes, of course.
But
But this is bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Yep. At this point, this isn't just for our survival. But we also have to do this in the name of both of them. A detective shall never neglect someone's death, no matter what the circumstances are. I understand why you feel that way. But if you plan on investigating the other crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Yeah, we definitely shall. Even though I do have to question if there's anything else we can investigate when it comes to Angie's crime scene, or like any other place we can check to find clues when it comes to Angie's murder. But yeah, I mean, when it comes to this particular place, I think that, let's see, the ruined magic circle, the white cloth, the dog statue, the hole in the corner, we checked that. We basically checked like everything around here. And me personally, I do believe I'm getting closer and closer to the truth behind Angie's death. But there are still things left unsolved that I still need to think about. However, based on what I'm seeing here, Angie's murder case has something to do with Tenko's. There is a connection there, one that still needs pieces of the puzzle for it to connect perfectly. Otherwise, it still feels like a mystery to me. Yeah. I guess we can hold on a second. Let me just check with some people over here. I'm going to plainly do my best for Tenko too. The floorboards have just been laid on top of cross pieces. That's why they are unstable.
Well,
The boards are fairly thick and sturdy. I can imagine they come loose easily.
Is this...
okay.
Why? How can this be?
Wait, hold on a second. What? Kokichi's not here. Wait, where did he go? Yeah, the same people are here except Kokichi. He must have gone somewhere. Now, you know what? New mission. We have to see where Kokichi is. He definitely must have gone somewhere. When I came to the hallway, a scene more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. Wait, what? What do you mean? A scene more... Oh, don't tell me! No! This can't be!
It's a lie!
Did I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Oh?
Sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing?
I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. And then, suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
You stepped through the floorboard? Wait, you said the empty room next door?
Huh?
You stepped through a floorboard?
That's so mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and fell pretty hard.
Got a minute?
If you're going to lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting this floorboard, so I kinda stepped through. What a bad look!
The crosspiece was gone. Does that mean... Just as I suspected.
Huh?
Huh? It seems that it's time for the class trial.
Confidence. Dreams. That's what the killing game is all about. Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own two eyes. Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
I guess time's up. Yep, it sure is.
Oh,
Oh man, it's cause of you guys, I didn't have enough time to check something.
Huh?
What were you trying to check?
see?
I wanted to re-research the Seance again, so I brought this document with me. But unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted a Seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools too. Nothing suspicious about this whole thing.
You are trying to tell us something with this, don't you, Kokichi?
Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. And the class chow. So, see you there.
Yeah, see you there. I mean, the next thing you know, Kokichi is actually gonna die during a trial. I mean, it hasn't been done before, but... As I said before, anything can happen in a killing game. Including the death of 2 people before a trial. Again. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see. So even she gets nervous sometimes. Well, no need to worry. It may seem like we haven't found much, given that we also had Tenko's death. And we weren't able to focus much on Angie's death because of it. But I myself believe that we can definitely solve this. We just gotta work with the evidence that we got. And be confident about it. So don't worry, Maki.
Do you want to die?
What are you staring at? Do you want to die? That's our Maki. Alrighty then. Is there anybody else that we can check before... Can I go back? I need to head back to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard. Okay, well, let's check the map a little bit. See if there's anybody else on the way there. No. No. Nobody? Okay. It does seem that everybody is at the Shrine of Judgment. Alrighty then. Another Castro. Let's do this.
Oh dear.
It would appear we all have gathered. But it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
Less friends made it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta.
Yeah. Gonta do his best to help.
I want you to graduate from Super Idiot level, to at least Kaito Idiot level.
Hey, what's that supposed to be?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now. Well, wow, Makihiro surely does a pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said,
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time, so I don't have to use mine.
Hoo-yah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire road.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
rest in peace.
Tua, please. Please lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua. Considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all,
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God. Especially Atua.
I also.
So what? Robots can believe in God?
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. You did? Hearing voices, I mean. Voices? What do you mean? You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to stay? How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah. The trial this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose, to prevent me from investigating. Sure thing, Kaito, sure thing.
Right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Sorry, Kaito.
Hey, so
Shuichi, say something. Sorry, but this is all on you.
Huh?
What should I say? Himiko? Himiko, I know that you're feeling sad and lonely now, but don't. One thing that I can assure you is that you are not alone. And you have to say something. You cannot just stay silent like this. Just talk to us. Don't let all of this bottle up in you so much. Come on.
Okay.
Atua and ghosts don't matter right now. The culprit is among us.
So in the end, the culprit really was... No, it's nothing. We can talk about it once the trial starts.
I guess you have an idea? Gonta do his best to help.
Alright, well, you do that, Gonta.
Please wait.
It's true, though I do not know if it can be attributed to God per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do. An inner voice guiding you? I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it.
On your knees!
Shut up! Why the fuck is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
You're so dumb.
That inner voice is probably just a radio or something, like in taxis and stuff.
That is not funny.
It was unwise of me to confide in you all. You people are just horrible. Just so horrible and dumb. Like, why is it that Kibo has to be thrown like he's nothing? Outside of Gontop, I didn't see anyone try to comfort Himiko and Kibo through all this. I mean, I know I have been mad at Kibo these days, but that is because of Angie, who has been causing all this commotion. You are still a wonderful person in my eyes, Kibo. Come on, be confident in yourself. I mean, you have Shuichi, and Shuichi is like the nicest person around here. He wouldn't say anything bad to you, so you can definitely trust him.
Listen up!
And Gonta.
Try using your brain so I don't have to. My golden brain cells are a gift to the entire world.
Okay, what is it now, Kokichi?
I respected Angie and Tenko so much since the moment we met.
Shut up!
Shut up! Nothing's gonna be solved by crying about it.
Oh, right already.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
It's a lie.
Yep, you guys had me figured it out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act.
Kokichi never changes, no matter what situation he's in. Always staying the same.
Damn.
This troll is gonna be rough, since I couldn't do any investigating. Why did the Seance fail? I never did figure out why. I see he's still more interested in that than the case. Alright then. Alright, let's touch Monokuma's penis once again. Let's do this. The usual routine. Actually, what are we doing exactly to this Monokuma statue? Like, seriously. Like, do we simply touch it and it just does that? Or is there like some sort of a mechanism? I mean, please don't tell me that we're actually touching his dick in order to open up the elevator. As usual, we walk toward the elevator in silence. As soon as we remaining survivors step aboard, we descended. Perhaps because there were fewer of us, the elevator seemed to move faster. And so we fell, faster and faster, downward into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us from the other side. The bright light of our future. Or is it?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Boy, they look really depressed. Must be because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Monotan sad. As much as I love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth.
Now then,
Let's hurry up and get this started!
extreme!
At last, the class trial will begin! I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content!
The third class trial was about to begin, Angie Yonaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try to prevent the killing game. And Tenko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing game. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight with the truth and lies in this class trial.